Rick Without the K James presents, in my opinion, podcast.
So when you start a new relationship, should it affect your old relationships? Do you feel you should have to change the relationships of your old friends or whatever should be your take on that?
So, I don't feel like you should change your relationships with certain people. Obviously, if you start seeing somebody, then you should not keep the relationships with other people you're seeing, because if you're getting exclusive, if you're not exclusive, then fine. But if you are exclusive with somebody, you need to get into your relationships with people that you've probably been intimate with before. It's just not respectful to that upcoming relationship if you want to keep that. But
let's say, for instance, you start dating somebody, and let's say someone like you has a lot of male friends. Do you think you should have to drop those male friends or stop talking to those male friends for that new boyfriend?
No. I guess if these are recent friends that I just met that I don't know very well, then maybe I don't need to start new relationships with men, because obviously that's weird. But if I have two of my best friends, I appreciate their friendship so much, and they're there for me all the time. So I'm not going to end those kinds of serious relationships, even though I'm starting a serious relationship. If you want to come hang out with me and my friends and get the dynamic and feel cool with it, then come do that. But
will you change the parameters of the relationship? Will you see them less, or will you talk to them, not hang out as much, talk to them on a different basis, or?
I've noticed recently that I was willing to do that just because I was trying to respect my partner the most that I could.
Do you feel like it's a have to?
Sometimes I felt like I definitely shouldn't have had to, because if you would have trusted me like you should have, then you would have known that this is nothing that you would ever have to worry about. But if you can't feel that way, then if you just can't understand, then like I said, I tried to fix myself a little bit. But I don't believe that is always the answer.
So what's your take on this? Because I kind of know a little bit, but explain to me how you believe a new relationship should or should it not affect, because I know you have a lot of female friends, and you even have friends that you've dated in the past.
Yeah, I think for me as an older guy now, I'm looking at it from a different perspective, is I make it quite clear jumping into a relationship, I'm not going to change the person that I'm. So either you're going to accept me for who I am and who I have in my life, or it's probably not going to work out, because I've been there in my 20s and my 30s, and now I'm just the dude who I am. I think my friend Ro told me that her good thing is cool if you have the people that you had in your life when you started the relationship, but it's when you start going out and getting other friends and new things, and that could start the problem.
Okay.
And I think that's where a lot of it will come from. But I wanted to speak about it a little bit too, only because I feel like I'm not really going to change the person that I am, and I'm the type that you've been over. I have all types of friends, and I just invite everybody over. I don't give a fuck. I just had this conversation with somebody yesterday where I was like, you go out and you have parties with you and your little girlfriends. If you want to be single, go be single. If you want to be in a relationship, then we're in the relationship. Just like when I invite people, you're there, you're supposed to be by my side, and I'm going to invite all my other friends, and we're all going to kick it. That's what I do, right? And I wanted to put it back to you, Ronnie, because I do want to know what you have to say on this topic, because when I met you, we were hella cool working together. And then you disappeared for fucking years. You got married and Ronnie was gone. And now that there's no wife, you call me every other hour. So what's your take on it? Because I know you did say, I think that was something that you would change going into a new relationship.
You know what was really funny? What really kind of snapped me into this train of thought was one night you said to me, The minute you find a girl, you won't call me anymore. And I'm like, no, man, that's not true. You said, well, you did that with your ex. The thing of it is, when we were together for almost 14 years. When we started dating, we just got so involved with each other that we kind of, you know, I stopped hanging out with my friends, she stopped hanging out with her friends, our world became each other, and it just seemed to snowball from there. It wasn't on purpose that I broke off relationships with people. I didn't do it on purpose. It wasn't like I was like, oh my God, I can't hang out with Rick. It was the fact that we didn't go out, we didn't do those kind of things. We became this couple that if we went to the bar, which we didn't do very often ever, especially at the end, we'd go together. If we went to a movie, it was together. If we did anything, so we kind of became like, go ahead.
Okay, wait. So was it your option to never invite your friends or her friends?
I wish
It was just a collective mind to, hey, we're just gonna go together and not invite anybody else. We're not gonna see our other friends.
I wish I could tell you, because it just felt like, you know, I was telling him before, it felt like at one point I had checked out from the world. I gained like 60 pounds over our relationship, just didn't go out, stopped working out, didn't work out, just didn't go out with friends, didn't do anything. We just got to where we were this homebody, that we're just, it was me and her, I worked, she worked, and we came home to each other, and we didn't do anything else. And
So wait, were you manipulated or were you just that in love that?
no, she didn't manipulate me, and I didn't manipulate her. Well, at first, you know, we started off to where kind of, it started off very sexual, to where it was just me and her, and we were in bed. We worked different shifts, so she'd come and sleep with me, and it seemed like the first 3 or 4 months was just kind of, you know, because we worked different shifts, we were just always together in the bed, basically. And then it just seemed like the whole world sort of got shut out, just slowly, not, like I said, not on purpose, just, it's like all we needed. And she was kind of a homebody, I was kind of a homebody, and we
Seems
just,
so fucking lonely.
I know, but you know,
Like hearing your story, I want to cut my own wrist.
I know, but we had our best friend, we found, you know, love in each other, and we just, I wish we would have did things different. I feel that was part of it that killed the relationship.
So will you do the same?
I
in the
told
next
you, no, there's
relationship?
no way. There's no way I will go into a hibernation like I did. I mean, you know, I don't give a shit if I have to grab her by the arm and say, hey, we're gonna go out to eat, we're gonna go to this, we're gonna go do some stuff with some friends, we're gonna go party a little bit. Whatever it is, I'm not gonna give up my life like I did last time. Last time, I checked out of my life and checked into her. Go ahead.
Can I comment on
You gonna be nice to me?
being, no, it's not on you, it's not on you at all. It's, I wanna comment on being the person that has to grab you out to go on a date. Why?
So you're saying it's as much as her fault as he's putting the blame on himself right now? That she didn't say, babe, we gotta go out. We gotta do something. We gotta have some other friends. We gotta do something to keep this moving.
I was going more of in the direction that's in like, being that person gets really exhausting.
Yeah.
So, I've been that person in a relationship that's like, can we go out, please? Like, can we go out to dinner? Can we go to a movie? I just want to go out and do something. Like, we've been in the house all day.
And it's funny you say that, because that's how I felt. But after a while,
It gets-
you just quit. And that's why I say how I got hibernated into my own life. I just quit, like, hey, let's go to dinner, or let's go do this, or let's go see somebody. I just quit, and we just kind of, you know, because I did love her, you know.
It gets exhausting.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's
sitting
just,
here feeling
yeah,
sorry.
just like, you know.
Okay.
And you know what was funny was,
I'll go with mine.
in the beginning,
She was a bitch. No.
in the beginning, and she wasn't. I can't say anything mean about her.
Probably, I feel like
Probably.
people don't want to take
But
you
you
out.
just-
People that want to
She didn't even want to go see her mom and dad. She just, I mean, her mom and brother used to tease her all the time about, all you want to do is have your head up Ronnie's ass. The first 3, 4, 5 years, she just wanted to be around me, just me and her. And then that's kind of how things were. She was very insecure at first. She just wanted, you know, she.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So earlier, I think you just answered my question from earlier. Remember the one I asked you?
Say it, ask it again.
Were you manipulated or were you just out of love?
But now she's your psychotherapist.
Yeah, it's fucking me up here. I felt it was out of love, but maybe I was manipulated by the fact that, you know, it was just the direction of the relationship, and I didn't fight it or didn't, I mean, because we got along good. At the end, what was funny was, I think what separated us was there was no passion at the end, and I think there was probably no passion for either one of us. And, because, when you decide to break up after 12 plus years, and it doesn't bother you, something's wrong. That's the way I look at it.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, I was probably upset for 2 weeks, and then it was like, okay, cool, let's move on, and what's my new life gonna be?
Ronnie, I don't get from your personality, from knowing you these 2 short days, that you are not willing to go out hang out with your friends. I feel like if a friend texted you, you'd be like, what am I doing right now? Yeah, what are you doing? I'll go over there and hang out with you.
That's the
I
new
feel
Ronnie,
like-
though. And he's
Is
got
that
me
really
to,
the new Ronnie?
he's
No,
got
Or
me
is
to
it just
thank for
because
that.
she's gone? Because she...
I had always been like that, but
pussy
in this
manipulated him?
relationship, in this relationship, I did not do that. And like I told him, I will never do that again. I will continue to have my life, and I will continue to have fun and do things. And I'm not gonna give up me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Do you feel like guys have changed you a lot? Or attempt
Or
to
do
change
they
you?
try to change you?
I feel like recently, just the fact that I have male friends was not appreciated at all. But I don't feel like I've ever been in a situation. Oh, I'm kidding myself. About a year ago, I had like a quarter life crisis, maybe as you can call it. And I moved in with the complete wrong dude who turned out to be a horrible, horrible, horrible person. And I let that change me. I feel like it made me kind of a sad part of who I am. But if you talk to the friends that I made in that short time, they would tell you that. Like the good things that I would want to hear as a friend, that I would love to hear. But I don't see myself as that person in that period of my life. That was like a year of my life that it was just, I wouldn't like to talk about that person. So I feel like I did let somebody change me, but I feel like that was my fault. And just my mental state of not knowing my worth, because I hibernated myself for a person
Those are my words.
that did not care for me the way I cared for them, and it turned out to be a toxic relationship because they manipulated me because they were a horrible person.
They must have been from Series.
I finally got out of it. No, they're from Oregon. Beaverton, Oregon, actually.
Uh-oh.
And I let somebody change me, and you know what? I feel like it's taught me something for sure.
Series is his kryptonite, if you didn't catch that.
The bitches from series, get specific.
Hashtag fuck Series.
You should never let somebody change you. And if you find yourself changing for somebody, stop yourself and realize if they are not appreciating who you still are, then cut that person out of your life, because you don't need that shit.
Yo, it's your boy Charlie Murphy, my main man, Rick James. That's the one you think, the comedian Rick James. Get up on.